The 70s were the decade of glitter, mirror balls, and satin pants. But they were also the decade of comets. Artists who appeared out of nowhere lit up the sky with a perfect song and then faded into the darkness of musical space. Some were serious musicians, others were happy accidents, but they all shared the same destiny, creating a melody so powerful that it would become bigger than themselves. Today, we are going to dust off those 1545 RPM singles that you wore out from dancing so much in your bedroom. Get ready, because we are traveling back to the era where music made you feel invincible for 3 minutes. 15. Kung Fu Fighting. Carl Douglas. Everybody was kung fu fighting. That line is probably the most famous opening of a novelty song ever. Carl Douglas, a Jamaican singer, recorded this in 10 minutes as a filler track for a B-side, thinking no one would ever hear it. The song is fun, ridiculous, and absolutely irresistible. The stereotyped Oriental sound, mixed with a primitive disco groove, created something unique that unleashed a worldwide martial arts fever. It went #1 everywhere, but Carl Douglas was trapped in the character forever. The "hoo, ha" shout became a cultural inside joke. Today, the song survives as a party classic, reminding us that sometimes music doesn't need to be serious to be legendary. But if we're talking about songs that make you feel alive, a Frenchman had the key. What is your name and where are you watching us from? Leave it in the comments. I love reading the stories of those who lived through this golden era. 14. Born to be Alive. Patrick Hernandez. This is the ultimate anthem of vitality. Patrick Hernandez, a Frenchman with a walking cane and a powerhouse voice, created a track that isn't just disco music, it's a declaration of principles. Born to be alive.
Yes, we were born
The rhythm is a mix of rock and disco that hits you right in the chest and forces you to hold your head high. The funny thing is that Patrick originally wrote this track as a hard rock song, but adapted it to the trendy sound. He sold over 25 million copies worldwide. With that money, Patrick retired comfortably, living off the royalties of this single gigantic hit to this very day. The extended ending, with the electric guitar and the shouting, is pure energy. It's proof that a single bullseye can set you up for life, but sometimes success comes from a doorbell. 13. Ring My Bell. Anita Ward. That synthesizer sound, mimicking an electronic doorbell, is one of the most effective hooks in history. Anita Ward was a school teacher and gospel singer who recorded this song almost by chance. The original lyrics were about talking on the phone, but they were changed to have a spicier double meaning. Anita's voice is sweet and high-pitched, contrasting with the funky bass line. It was a #1 smash that defined the summer of 1979. However, Anita didn't feel comfortable with the sexy image the industry forced on her, and after a car accident and label issues, her career faded. The ding-dong of the chorus gets permanently stuck in your brain. It's a minimalist track that works perfectly on the dance floor. And speaking of dance floors and real divas, Cheryl Lynn arrived to stay, even if it was just with one massive anthem. 12. Got to Be Real. Cheryl Lynn. This is, quite possibly, the best bass line in disco music. Cheryl Lynn had a powerhouse gospel voice that could knock down walls. Got to Be Real is a song about authenticity and love, sung with overflowing passion. It is sophisticated, elegant, and tremendously danceable. Although Cheryl had other hits on the R&B charts, to the mainstream pop audience, she is the woman of this song. The production is flawless, with horns that shine and a structure that keeps you up the entire time. It has been sampled hundreds of times, proving its timelessness. The ending, where Cheryl improvises with her vocals, is a masterclass in singing. It is the floor filler that plays when the party is at its absolute peak. But for Grammy Awards and controversy, a new group brought the surprise. 11. Boogie Oogie Oogie, A Taste of Honey. That opening slap bass is iconic. A Taste of Honey won the Grammy for Best New Artist in 1978, beating none other than the band Toto and Elvis Costello, which generated a lot of controversy. But no one could deny that this track was perfect. The lyrics are simple. If you're thinking you're too cool to boogie, boy oh boy have I got news for you. It's an invitation to drop the pose and move. The two women fronting the band played bass and guitar, something quite uncommon in disco music, giving it a more organic and funk-driven sound. The rhythm is hypnotic. Although the band had another minor hit with a Japanese ballad, Boogie Oogie Oogie is their monument. But if we're talking about spicy backstories, Andrea True had a secret. 10. More, More, More. Andrea True Connection. One of the most famous and joyful songs in history has an unexpected origin. Its singer wasn't a musician. She was the most famous adult film actress in New York at the time. Andrea True recorded this almost by accident in Jamaica, and it became a massive smash. Radios loved it for its catchy rhythm, but parents were scandalized when they found out where that whispering voice came from. The lyrics, more, 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 how do you like it, took on an unavoidable double meaning. It was the first real crossover hit between two very different worlds. The instrumental piano bridge is one of the most recognizable in pop. Andrea True proved that talent can come from anywhere. And speaking of flying high, some German girls took us to the sky. 9. Fly, Robin, Fly, Silver Convention. This German group created a sound that was pure air and elegance. Fly, Robin. Fly has very few lyrics, barely 6 repeated words. But it doesn't need more. The string arrangements and the steady groove create a sensation of flight and freedom that conquered the US charts. They won a Grammy for this track, something incredible for a European group at that time. Silver Convention was a studio project where the singers changed, but the sound remained. It was the precursor to the Eurodisco that would dominate years later. The sound of the strings at the end is majestic. It is high-fashion disco music. But if what you wanted was dramatic romance on the floor, Franz Joly was 15 years old and full of talent. 8. Come to Me, Franz Joly. This is the ultimate disco ballad that transforms into a party. Franz Joly, a Canadian girl of only 16, sang this with a maturity and vocal power that left everyone speechless. The song starts slow and romantic, and then explodes into a euphoric rhythm.
And I need to
It was premiered at a party on Fire Island and became an instant hit in the gay community and New York discotheques. France, Jolie was dubbed the new Donna Summer, but she never achieved another hit of this magnitude, remaining the princess of a single dance. The final climax is pure, overflowing teenage emotion. It is a gem for those in the know. But for positive energy and optimism, Dan Hartman gave us a classic. 7. Instant Replay, Dan Hartman.
9, 8.
Dan Hartman was a studio genius who knew exactly how to make a happy song. Instant Replay starts with a countdown and explodes into a celebration of life and love. It is a track that automatically lifts your spirits with a bouncy piano and a bright saxophone.
I feel the pleasure in your touch.
Hartman had a long career as a songwriter and producer for others. He wrote, "I Can Dream About You," but as a solo singer, this was his moment of glory on the dance floors. The song has a contagious energy that makes you want to repeat it over and over again, just like the title says. The festive ending is irresistible. It is the sound of pure joy. And, speaking of sounds that marked the end of an era and the beginning of another, we're heading to a futuristic city. 6. Funky Town, Lips Inc. That synthesizer riff and the robotic voice asking to be taken to Funky Town marked the turn of the decade. It was a one-way ticket to the future. It came out right at the end of the 70s and was the perfect bridge between the organic sound of that decade and the cold synthesizers of the 80s. It was a crushing #1 worldwide. Lips Inc. was a studio project from Minneapolis, and although they tried to repeat the magic formula of the Funky Town, they could never capture that lightning in a bottle again. They remained frozen in time as the architects of the modern sound. The sound effects and the steady beat make it a sonic museum piece. It is the definition of a one-hit wonder. But sometimes censorship and the forbidden make a song even more popular. 5. In the Bush, Musique. No subtleties here. While in Latin discotheques we danced to it innocently thinking it was a song about nature, in the UK, the BBC flat out banned it for lyrical obscenity. The hook, "Push, push in the bush," was an anatomical reference far too graphic for the time. Despite the ban, or perhaps because of it, it became an underground dance floor anthem. The groove is contagious, with a piano that invites you not to think too much about the lyrics. Musique was a studio project created for the club market, and it fulfilled its purpose perfectly. Female vocals, repeating the forbidden phrase, created a hypnotic trance. It is a spicy disco classic. But if we're talking about classics with soul and rhythm, Evelyn King taught us what a shame is. 4. Shame, Evelyn Champagne King. This track is a funk and disco bomb. Evelyn King was a teenager working as a cleaning lady at a Philadelphia recording studio when a producer heard her singing while she worked. That powerful, natural voice became Shame, a massive hit that packed the floors. The song has a heavy groove and lyrics about a love that isn't good for you but that you can't leave. Evelyn sings with a force that belies her age. Although she had a long career in R&B, to the pop world, Shame is her eternal calling card. The saxophone and the final rhythm are irresistible. It is a real-life Cinderella story. But for rhythms that make you walk with style, Frantique had the answer. 3. Strut Your Funky Stuff, Frantique.
Stand up, strut your funky stuff, showing up. Get up.
This song is pure attitude. Strut your funky stuff. It's an invitation to show off on the dance floor, to strut what you've got. Frantique was a European studio group created to capitalize on the disco boom, but they achieved a sound that seemed to come straight out of New York.
Get up, stand up, strut your funky stuff, showing up.
The rhythm is fast and joyful, perfect for group choreographies. It was a hit that played on all the radios and at parties, but the group disappeared as quickly as they formed, leaving only this danceable anthem to vanity.
Strut your funky stuff, showing up.
The chorus is so catchy, it's impossible not to sing along. It's a song to make you feel like the king of the night. And speaking of kings, or rather, queens of the night, Sylvester broke every mold. 2. You Make Me Feel, Mighty Real, Sylvester. This is the track that defined high NRG, high energy disco. Sylvester, with his falsetto voice and androgynous image, broke racial and sexual barriers. The song is a celebration of freedom and love on the dance floor. You Make Me Feel Mighty Real. The electronic production is ahead of its time, fast and pulsing. Sylvester wasn't just a singer. He was a force of nature who lived his truth without fear. Although he had other tracks, this became his immortal anthem and a banner for the LGBTQ+ community. The euphoric ending leaves you breathless. It is a song that makes you feel invincible. But we arrive at number 1, the song that isn't just a hit, but a universal survival anthem. 1. I Will Survive, Gloria Gaynor.
Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side.
Even though Gloria Gaynor had other hits before, to the history of humanity, she is the woman of this single song, I Will Survive. Originally, it was a B-side that the record label didn't want to promote, but club DJs turned it into the phenomenon it is today. It is the ultimate empowerment anthem, about getting back up after a fall, whether in love or in life. The dramatic piano intro and then the triumphant disco beat are recognizable in any corner of the planet. Gloria Gaynor became a symbol of resilience thanks to these 3 minutes of perfection. The ending, where she belts out that she's got all her life to live, is cathartic. It is the most important one-hit wonder in history because it taught us all how to survive. Thank you for joining me on this journey of dancing and memories.